Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I never let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll let...
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have got loads and loads of requests to upload videos in which I discuss important topics subject wise. So I'm going to be doing the same for PharmD first year and second year. I will select a subject and I will discuss the important topics from each and every subject. So I really hope that you like these videos and that you benefit from these videos. And if you do, then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share my videos as much as you can. If you have any queries, you can tell me in the comment section below. You can mail me or DM me. It is all fine. Also, at the end of the video, I would be answering two commonly asked questions or 2 questions from the comment section. So stay tuned. Also, loads of you have asked for my notes. So in case you want me to share my notes of PharmD first year and second year, you got to mail me at patelsakshi164@gmail.com. The mail ID is also linked in the description box below. So let us start. Today I would be discussing important topics from human anatomy and physiology of first year PharmD. So let us start. First we have scope of anatomy and physiology, basic terminologies used in this subject. So here you have description of various body parts such as planes. Our body is divided into various planes, various parts. To understand whenever we want to target a specific organ or organ system, so for that specification or to simplify what part of our body we are actually talking about, it is divided into various planes and various parts, I would say. So you learn about those terminologies in the introduction part, and these terminologies are very important as like this is the human anatomy basic jargon. So this jargon is used in almost all the books. Whenever they tell that upon extension or upon flexion, the patient experienced pain, so you know exactly what kind of movement they are talking about. Okay, stuff like that. So these terminologies are really very important. If you mug up them or if you try to remember them or if you try to understand them, it will be amazing for you to learn or to comprehend the other books of human anatomy and physiology. And also later on, whenever if there is any book based on human anatomy and physiology, these basic terminologies they are used. Okay, next we have structure of cell. Now this is very basic thing, structure and function of basic animal cell, that is eukaryotic cell, that you will learn here. Then elementary tissues of human body, we have n number of types of tissues, and then we have subdivisions of those tissues such as epithelial, connective, muscular, etc. So all those tissues are really very important, because also based on the type of tissue we get to understand what kind of absorption, how much absorption a particular drug will have, or how much bioavailability a particular drug will have if it is injected through that tissue. Or you can also understand the basic functions of each and every tissue. So in this elementary tissues of human body topic, the important part is learning what is the tissue name, where it is placed, or what is the location of the tissue, and what is the function of the tissue. These 2 things are really very important for each and every type of tissue and each and every subtype of the particular tissue. Next we have osseous system. You just have to have a basic knowledge of what bone, the names of the bones. So they are very this osseous system and classification of joints is really very basic. Classification of joint is again important, so that whenever you meet patients, so you can describe. If patients say that मुझे इधर दर्द हो रहा था, then you can go and report back to your professor that he had a pain in his left elbow, like that. And type of joints are important, like movements of joints, disorders of joints, they're important. This will help you in third year PharmD when you will have autoimmune diseases which mainly target our joints. Okay, next we have so 5th topic is hemopoietic system, in which we have composition and functions of blood, which is very important. Then hemopoiesis, disorders of blood components. Here only definition of disorder is important. You don't have to go much in depth about the physiology of the disease or the symptoms of the disease, etc. No, you just have to know the disorders, name of the disorders of blood system, and what do they actually mean, just the basic definition. That is all that you have to know. Then we have blood groups, clotting factors and mechanism is important, platelet and disorders of coagulation is important. So in hemopoietic system you have to know functions of blood, disorders or definition of the disorders of blood and blood components, clotting factor mechanism is important, and then platelet and disorders of coagulation. Disorder of coagulation, again you just have to learn the definitions, but platelets and clotting mechanism is important. Then we have lymph. Now here lymph and lymphatic system, composition, formation, circulation is important. Okay, then spleen structure and function disorders, they are not very important, you just have to have a rough idea. Then we have disorders of lymphatic system. Here again you have only definition. So basically human anatomy and physiology, it is a subject of first year PharmD. Okay, so the target of this subject is just to make you aware of the human body in general. Okay, like all the terminologies that we use, what are the basic disorders related to the basic systems that we have in our human body. So only that much you have to learn. You don't have to go in depth learning about the symptoms, the cure, or the physiology, pathophysiology, etc. Okay, just the definition is okay, is more than enough. Then we have cardiovascular system, respiratory system, digestive system is very important. Now cardiovascular system, anatomy and function of heart. Learn to draw the diagram of heart nicely. And also in lymphatic system, the location of lymph nodes and function of lymph is very important. Also the function of lymph nodes, they are important for our immune system. So that is important. And cardiovascular system, functions of heart is okay, but anatomy, that is you need to know the structure of the heart and you should be thorough with the diagram of heart, respiratory system and digestive system. Okay, then we have cardiac cycle and heart sounds, electrocardiogram, blood vessel and circulation. This is important. I am pursuing PharmD from a university named GTU, that is Gujarat Technological University. So we get questions like discuss pulmonary, coronary, systemic circulation. So that is important here. Pulmonary, coronary, systemic circulation, diagram of heart. Electrocardiogram is okay, mainly definition is asked. And sometimes disorders are asked, like for example, if it is a QT elevation, then what does it actually mean, or what is actually happening in the heart. If I say that QT elevation is observed on electrocardiogram, so what does that actually mean? So that you have to learn. Then blood pressure maintenance and regulation is again very important. There are many factors which are related or which play role in maintaining our blood pressure, so that is important. Hypertension, hypertension, atherosclerosis, arteriosclerosis, angina, myocardial infarction, congestive heart failure, cardiac arrhythmias. So all these disorders definition you should know. You should have rough idea of what all these mean. Blood pressure maintenance and regulation, as I said, it is important. Then heart sounds are also important, but that you will learn when you have practical of human anatomy and physiology. So if you have a stethoscope, you can actually learn the different heart sounds. Like if you take it from any of the terminal or brachial arteries, then what will how the pulses will sound and stuff like that. So heart sounds you will mainly learn during the practical session. Then we have respiratory system, anatomy of respiratory organs and functions. As I told you, you should know labeled diagram and you should know the functions of each and every component of the respiratory system. Mechanism, physiology of respiration, regulation of respiration, transport of respiratory gases is very important. In this we have partial pressure of oxygen and partial pressure of carbon dioxide, which is very important. You have to learn them, and there is a diagram in a book called Tortora. It is on this only, transport of respiratory gases. So that diagram, it includes the entire respiratory system along with the partial pressure of carbon dioxide and oxygen. So that diagram is very important. Also all the important books or the books which I read from first year PharmD, I've already talked about them in one of my videos. I would link it up here somewhere in the I button, so go through those also. Those books will really help, especially for human anatomy and physiology. Tortora is amazing. Gregor J. Tortora, I guess. So that book is amazing. It has each and everything, it has all the topics covered and amazing diagrams, and it is simple to read. Okay, then we have digestive system. So anatomy and physiology of GIT, as I said earlier, diagram, labeling, function of each and every part is important. Then anatomy and function of accessory glands of GIT, this also you should know. Digestion and absorption, that is important in disorders of GIT. Here again you only have to learn the definition. Do not go deep into learning symptoms, physiology, etc. वो सब कुछ आपको बाद में सेकेंड ईयर थर्ड ईयर में आएगा. अभी से पढ़ने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. If you think you have lots of time or if you can make time, then it is good, but otherwise it is not required as in first year PharmD. Then we have nervous system, which is also important. Here the number of cranial nerves and their functions is important. This we will also learn in practical session. We used to go to hospital and we used to physically examine the patients, so that helped in in learning what type of nerve is present where, and how can, like if there is a patient who has lost the sensation when I touch him on his hand or the tip of the fingers or toes, etc. So there are different nerves for different sensations on different parts of our body. Okay, if I put a ringing sensation near the ear, then a different nerve will be activated. So if a patient is not able to hear a ringing sound, then a specific nerve of his body, eighth cranial nerve, will be damaged. So you can know which cranial nerve is damaged by physically examining the patient. So that is really very much important. So definition, classification of nervous system is important. Anatomy, physiology and functional areas of cerebrum. Anatomy, physiology of cerebellum. So in nervous system, as I said, cranial nerves and their functions are important. Parts of the brain and functions of different parts of the brain are important again. So that is it. And then we have urinary system. All these systems are really very important. Okay, whatever we had in introduction, that is okay. Like what do they do is that they will ask multiple questions, and they will ask, for example, I can ask you, discuss the anatomy and physiology of urinary system, and then I may add that define any two disorders of the urinary system. तो मेनली इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आ जाते हैं, स्पेशली हमारे में. दैट इज़ फ्रॉम गुजरात टेक्नोलॉजिकल यूनिवर्सिटी. वी हैव मार्किंग सिस्टम ऑफ 644. सो द क्वेश्चंस दे कम लाइक दिस. Okay, so for urinary system, as I said, for all the systems, labeled diagram is important, and you should know the functions of the parts of each and every system. Okay, formation of urine is important, but renin angiotensin system, that is RAS system, is really very 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 important. Like every next year this question is asked about RAS system, that is renin angiotensin system. Clearance test and maturation, again you only have to learn the definition. Now all these important topics that I'm telling you, okay, so out of this syllabus, mainly important topics are what you should be focusing on. So my notes, they cover all these important topics along with like some extra knowledge wherever it is needed. So that also my notes covers. So in case you want me to share my notes, as I said earlier, the mail ID is in the description box below. You just have to mail me and let me know what subject, or if you want notes of entire first year PharmD or entire second year PharmD, then let me know. And those are my handwritten notes, and also some of them are printed, so it is like mixture. I'll talk to you about how to make notes in different video of mine, and for that you will have to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video on PharmD. Okay, coming back. So endocrine system, pituitary gland, adrenal gland, thyroid and parathyroid gland, pancreas and gonads. All these you should know the function and location. That much is more than enough. And yeah, as they are endocrine glands, so what kind of hormones they release and what are the functions of those hormones, that is also important. Then we have reproductive system, male and female reproductive systems. Diagrams are important. You should know the function of each and every part, how egg is formed, how the sperm is formed. Spermatogenesis, oogenesis is important. sex determination is important. Pregnancy and maintenance and parturition is also important. Like there are different phases that a fetus goes in each and every trimester. So in what trimester, what kind of changes does the fetus go, that is important to learn. Then we have contraceptive devices, which are also important. Sense organs: eye, ear, skin, tongue and nose. So mainly eye is important and tongue and nose is important. Mainly these three are asked the most, but you should not omit ear and skin. Then we have skeletal muscle. So histology is important. Physiology of muscle contraction is very important. Okay, those actin myosin systems, they are very important here. Then physiological properties of skeletal muscle and the disorders. Again, you only have to learn the definitions. Then we have sports physiology. Now sports physiology is also important. Mainly in every paper you get at least one question from sports physiology. So here we have muscles and exercise, effect of athlete training of muscles and muscle performance. Respiration in exercise is important, and drug and athletics is very important. So then we have CVS in exercise, body heat in exercise, body fluids and salts in exercise. They are also important. So that is it. I have covered human anatomy and physiology, and in case you have any other queries in human anatomy in physiology or any other queries related to PharmD, then let me know in the comment section below. You can mail me or DM me on my Instagram. Also, as I said earlier, if you want my notes, then let me know. Now the time comes to solve the two queries from the comment section. So Jorikala Tarun Kumar, he commented, does PharmD graduate can be added prefix doctor in the name? Yes, as a PharmD graduate you will be able to add doctor as prefix in front of in your name. Then Godas Pandu asked, ma'am, is it compulsory to take bridge course? Yes, bridge courses are important and they are compulsory in PharmD. Now about bridge courses I have already discussed in one of my previous videos. It will be linked up here, but as in summary, so if you are a math student, you had taken maths in 11th and 12th science, and if you want to pursue PharmD, then you can, but you will have to take a bridge course of biology. And if you were a biology student in 11th and 12th grade, then you will have to take a bridge course of maths. So that is it, and signing off, this was Sakshi Patel asking you to subscribe to her channel.